NK Telco Sports welcomes you to this coverage of high school basketball where the Versailles Tigers will take on the New Bremen Cardinals. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco. Excuse me. Again, welcome to New Bremen High School. My name is Greg Burning. My partner tonight, Mr. Craig Louth. Craig, we should have a good one here tonight. First, let's talk about our visitors coming into tonight's action with a 2-1 record.
Okay, for Versailles, they beat Anna 38-33 to begin the season. They are the one team in the MAC that has to play an early league game because of when their tournament starts. So they lost to St. Henry 57-47. That was on a Thursday, and then that Saturday they had to take on a Marion local squad, and they won that 55-44. So they come in 1-1 in the MAC. They're led by junior Taylor Wagner and also sophomore Katie Litton. They both average a little bit over 11 points. And then senior Jenna Dirksen, she comes in at 10.3 points per game. So they come in offensive-wise averaging 46.7 points a game. Defense, they're giving up 44.7. They shoot the ball kind of good from the floor, 39.4% from 2 and 33 from 3. They're really good at the free throw line for a high school, especially girls. It seems the percentage is usually down, but they shoot 76.5% from the line. So they're 39-51 on the season. No, go ahead.
That's good. And on the other side, as you said, the Cardinals 2-2 on the season and try to kind of jumpstart their season here where they're at. Yeah,
they lost their first two games. They got beat by a very good Delphus Jefferson team, 62-31, and they lost to Covington. But since that time, they've had more practices under their belts because I think that very first game that they played, Coach Timmerman said they only had one practice together as a team. So now they're starting to gel a little bit more, and he says you can tell they're getting more confidence. So since they lost those first two, they beat Fort Recovery in the MAC opener 40-29, and then just this past Monday they beat Lincoln View 53-41. They're led by senior Chloe Homan, averaging about 11.7 points a game, and a freshman, Michaela Ferks, who averages 11 points a game. So they come in scoring 39.3 points a game. Defense, they give up 45.3. They shoot the ball 35.8% from 2, only 21% from 3, and their free throws is below the 50%. They shoot 48.5%. So depending on how that 5-foul rule comes into play every quarter, it might be decided at the line with Versailles. Very good shooting, and New Bremen so.
Should be a good matchup here tonight. MAC action. We'll take a short break. Be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back to New Bremen as we get set for the starting lineups for the visiting Versailles Tigers. 5'9" senior guard, number 5, Jenna Dirksen. 5'6" junior guard, number 13, Grace Osborne. 5'7" sophomore guard, number 23, Katie Litton. 6'1" junior forward, number 25, Taylor Wagner. And 6 foot forward senior, number 33, Allison Schultz. The Tigers coached by Tracy White. And now for the home team for the New Bremen Cardinals. Starting out for the Cardinals, 5'7" junior guard, number 2, Marina Nelson. 5'7" junior guard, number 3, Mia Hirschfeld. 5'9" sophomore guard, number 20, Mary Rindler. 5'10" freshman guard, number 23, Michaela Firks. And rounding out the top 5 for New Bremen, 6' senior forward, Chloe Homan. The Cardinals coached by Andy Timmerman. Before we get started with our game here tonight, let's talk about our Keyhole Pizza keys to the game.
First, for the Versailles Tigers, Coach White wants their defense to drive the offense. They need to win the rebounding battle, and they have to limit their turnovers. They've had 2 of the 3 games, there were 21-plus turnovers. For the New Bremen Cardinals, Coach Timmerman, he wants them to value every possession. They must rebound with physicality, and they want to continue to play with confidence.
Thanks, Craig. As we get started here with the tip, both teams lined up and ready to go here from New Bremen. Should be a good battle inside there tonight as you see Homan tip that away from Wagner, and the Cardinals will start it. Versailles out man-to-man, looking to get it inside to Firks. Firks loses their footing for a second, takes a step, misses the shot. Good defense inside by Litton. Sorry, that was Dirksen for Versailles. Quickly back the other way. Baseline jumper by Versailles, in and out. Tipped around and pulled away by Rindler for New Bremen. Looking to get it ahead to Hirschfeld. The ball tipped out of bounds off of Litton. It'll stay with New Bremen.
As I was mentioning in the pregame, Versailles averages almost 20 turnovers a game. New Bremen averages 14.
Out top, they're going to double Nelson, swing it to Hirschfeld. Back out top to Firks, number 23, and now Nelson. Far side, down the lane comes Hirschfeld, loses the handle for a second, able to regroup. Firks thought about the 3. Nelson again thinking about 3, instead gets it stolen away. Coming out of the pile there was 13, Osborne. And Bremen also coming out man-to-man. Swing it out top, cross-court pass. 3 ball on the way from Dirksen is well short and goes out of bounds to New Bremen.
Dirksen's our best three-point shooter at 41.7%. Just didn't have enough on that one.
Yeah, it didn't look like it came out of her hands real clean. So Bremen back the other way. Here's Firks working around the screen. High-low pass into Homan. Homan, a lot of contact, no foul. Ball tipped away and picked up by Dirksen for Versailles. Swings it far side. Litton with the 3 ball, no good. Tipped away and picked up by Homan. Homan looking to get ahead to Firks. Firks will wheel down the lane, and again, a lot of contact. This time she will draw the foul. That will go against number 23, Katie Litton, her first.
Firks comes in only shooting 38.5% from the free throw line.
And right on cue, that one off the mark. The 5'10" freshman Firks trying to get the first point of the ball game as we're knotted at zeros, just getting underway here. 6:25 left to go in the first quarter. Firks lines up the second one, and it's off the back iron, no good. Homan right there for the rebound, giving the Cardinals another opportunity. Cross court, Firks lines up the 3, lets it fly short. And that one tracked down by Schwartz for Versailles. Versailles quickly back the other way, inside to Wagner. Good double team. Swinging out Litton. And now back out top, resetting to Osborne. High-low action, Homan waiting for it, picks it off. And coming in the pile is Osborne. So she'll tie it up. Ball will stay with Versailles.
Looks like the Cardinals 2-3 zone.
Coming out of bounds, definitely. Well, not take that back. It looks like they're going back to man.
There, yeah.
They kind of gave that 2-3 look initially, you're right, and switched it out to a man. Good pass inside. Shot rattles around and falls for Swartz for the first bucket of the ball game. And much like the JV game, the varsity Versailles team will come out with pressure. Nelson gets it ahead again. A lot of contact, and finally one called there. Versailles getting very chippy, we'll call it here early. And Swartz going to pick up her first foul.
Her first, team second.
Swartz will check out, and coming in is Stammen for number 30 for Versailles. Coach calls out the play for New Bremen, anticipating the trap. Swings it over to Firks. Into Homan. And Homan again, ball tipped away and stolen by Litton. Good hands in the paint. Nowhere to go, tries to go up with it, and it's tipped away by Hirschfeld and stolen by Firks. And behind the play there a little bit was Nelson trying to get it ahead, and Hirschfeld was already past that part of the court, so the ball falls out of bounds, turnover back to Versailles.
Cardinals already with 3 quick turnovers.
So Versailles now back on the attack. Wagner inside, good seal and finish. The defense been good up to that point, but that was a big breakdown and an easy 2 points there for Wagner. Back the other way, Cardinals, speaking of a breakdown, Randler left by herself. Wagner able to get a piece of it. And here comes Versailles quickly back the other way. Thought about the 3 there was Dirksen. Far side Osborne, high post area to Stammen. She'll toss that one out of bounds. It'll go back to New Bremen.
Tigers also with 3 quick turnovers.
Abby Burden, number 32, will check in for New Bremen. 4:33 left to go in the first quarter. Versailles on top, 4-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Nelson over to Firks, where Cardinals really could use a 3. There's a lot of Versailles pressure leaving that area of the court open, but a good, strong finish inside. Chloe Homan, did the same type of thing JV game, right? They're really forcing you defensively, and they're going to leave something. Something has to be open when you're applying that much pressure. And we saw in the last 2 ball reversals, it's been the 3 ball. New Bremen, definitely one of those teams hesitant to take a lot of those outside of Firks and Nelson. So that deflection will keep it with Versailles. Number 4, Sarah Stammen checks in for Versailles. Looking to trigger it in, and a good save, but saved right to New Bremen. Nelson ahead to Homan under the bucket. She had Firks for a minute, but it covered up. Firks there for the rebound for New Bremen. Up strong with it and the finish. I got a feeling coach is going to keep working with her at the free throw line, because for a freshman, she uses her body very well inside the paint. This is her second trip to the free throw line. We'll see if this one turns out better than the first. She missed the first 2. Game tied at 4. Third one off the mark as well, so we'll stay tied at 4.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the way she goes to the bucket, she shoots great from the field, 55%, but she's got to work on that free throw shooting.
Quick pass inside is off the hands of Stammen. You mentioned the turnovers. There's an errant one there, and I believe we're going to have an early timeout by Versailles. We'll take one as well. It's 4-4 on our First National Bank scoreboard. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. 3:40 left to go here in the first quarter. We're all even at 4. As Marina Nelson brings it across the half-court line for New Bremen. Versailles still in man-to-man. Here's Firks for the Cardinals. Had a good start here so far. Burden back to Firks, looking to get it inside to home, and there's a kick ball off of number 5, Dirksen of Versailles. Burden triggering in for New Bremen. Has Nelson across the half-court line if she wants her. Chooses to give it to Homan at the three-point line. Back to Burden. 3-ball on the way. In and out. Rebound up high. Number 4, Stammen for Versailles. Quickly back the other way. Pushes it over to Litton. Cross court to Dirksen. Inside to Stammen. Trying to challenge Homan. Thinks twice about it. Swing it out top to Litton. Good ball fake. Elbow jumper. Good. Good pull-up stroke there for Katie Litton.
It's her first 2.
Cardinals working their way through the pressure. Homan bringing it down the lane. Good help by Litton on the back end. Nelson open for 3. In and out. So that's 2 3-balls. The Cardinals have had it in and out. Back the other way come Versailles. They had the looks, and you got to take them.
Yep.
You know, those are the shots that you want to see your team taking. You just hope in New Bremen's case that a couple of them fall. 6-4 Versailles on top. Litton picked up by Nelson. Down the lane, Stammen with the scoop. Sorry, that was Dirksen with the scoop and the score. Nice little runner.
Her first 2 of the game.
2:10 left to go in the first quarter. Versailles now up 8-4. Nelson looking to bring it down the lane. Shot deflected by Litton. She's very active defensively for Versailles. Here she is with the ball. Picked up by Rindler. Down in the lane, gets it off to Wagner. Shot no good, tipped out of bounds off of Litton. And I'll go back to New Bremen. Number 13, Osborne checks back in for Versailles. Number 3, Hirschfeld back in for New Bremen. And checking in number 34, Bornhorst for New Bremen. Hirschfeld to the middle to Homan. She'll get it across the half-court line. Back to Hirschfeld. Cardinals looking to get some offense going here in the last couple possessions. I don't think they've even got a shot. Well, I take that back. They had a 3 rim out the last time. There's Hirschfeld. A little late on the pass there. Lucky deflection there to Nelson. Homan falls to the floor. And not quite able to get it to Bornhorst. We have a jump ball called. He'll stay with New Bremen.
Coach Timmerman going deep into his bench already.
Definitely is.
Yeah. Bornhorst played a lot of the JV game.
So Bornhorst will trigger it in. 1:15 left to go in the first quarter. Nelson over to Hirschfeld, and there's that spot I was talking about. You have to take that shot.
Wide
open. Completely dared her being Hirschfeld to shoot the ball. Nobody even guarding her, and instead we're passing it away. Were the Cardinals. So turnover gives it back to Versailles. Just over a minute left to go in the quarter. Litton and Dirksen talking about the offensive set here before they walk across. Dirksen going into the paint to post up against Rindler. Litton, high post area, tried to get to Dirksen. She was able to bring it in. Foul line jumper rolls in for Dirksen.
Got 4 now.
10-4. Pass over far side to Hirschfeld into Homan. Homan trying to go up against Wagner. Wagner got some good reach on her. It's a very comparable matchup. Bornhorst back to Nelson. She's open for 3 and
there
hits.
It is.
Big bucket there for the Cardinals, getting that 3, bring it back to within 3. Final 10 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. Litton working against Hirschfeld. Back out top to Dirksen. Stallman open for three, lets it fly well off the mark, and that is the first quarter horn. One in the books. Versailles 10, New Bremen 7. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Second quarter action started as the Versailles will take the first possession, up 10-7 over New Bremen. If you're just joining us, welcome to New Bremen. My name is Greg Burning, my partner Craig Lauf. There's a good push inside there to get the ball to Wagner. She'll get the contact, the foul, and go to the line for two. And maybe more importantly, that foul was against number 30, Chloe Homan. So that's a tough break for New Bremen.
Yep, that's her second.
There were multiple players there. They probably hoped they picked someone else. First free throw by Wagner. Maybe there's just no free throws supposed to be made tonight in this varsity game. I don't think there's been any. I don't think there's been any made yet so far.
Wagner's 70% shooter from the line.
Let's see if she can break the curse. Second one on the way, and it rattles off. Yep, I think they should just not shoot free throws tonight because it's 0 for, I think, 6. Yeah, because I know Ferks missed 4 or 3. 0 for 5.
Yep.
So Versailles getting another shot out of here. Good pickup there by Rendler. And Wagner will just stop and pop from the foul line. Shot no good. Ferks, nice save right on the baseline. Gets it over to Burden. And now back out top to Nelson. Far side Ferks picked up her dribble. Burden wide open for three. She'll let it fly. No good. Ball tipped around and scooped up by Litton for Versailles.
Quick numbers, Bremen was 3 of 10 for 30% from the floor. Versailles was 5 of 9 for 55%.
Little runner on the lane there by Litton. No good. Battle inside. And it's going to be a tie-up, and that'll give it back to New Bremen. Really like the energy you see from number 23 Litton for Versailles. Whether she's shooting or playing defense, she is attacking at all times.
Nice player for being a sophomore.
For sure. She's a nice player for being a senior.
Yeah.
She definitely gets all over the court.
Yep.
Nelson walks it across, picked up by Stallman. Cardinals trailing by 3. Nelson open for 3, shot off the mark, rebound. Number 5 there is Dirksen for Versailles. Back out top to Litton. Resets it. Osborne, far side.
I have to say, this is a Versailles small lineup. The Twin Towers aren't in there.
Yeah, it's also a small one for New Bremen as they checked out Chloe Homan.
Yeah.
So very comparable, but you're right. Kind of odd to see both of them off the court. Nelson picked up her dribble and going to be called for the travel. As she kind of made that move down the lane, I think she thought she was going to have a shot. And the Versailles defense right there.
That's 7 turnovers on the Cardinals. They had 5 in the first quarter. Versailles, on the other hand, has 6 total. They had 5 in the first quarter also.
Both teams been primarily man-to-man. Inside pass there to Stallman, back out to Litton. She'll let it fly from 3 and nail it.
She's got 5 now.
The lead's at 6, 13-7 on our First National Bank scoreboard in favor of Versailles. Nelson down the lane, back out top to Hirschfeld. Loses the handle. She's now double teamed. Gets it over to Ferks. Ferks with a nice crossover right in front of Dirksen, and Dirksen will pick up the foul.
Her first, team first.
It's her second.
Oh, it's her second. I must have missed one there.
So that'll pull Brooke Bergman off the bench for Versailles. She played a lot of minutes in the JV game. I believe she ended up with 14 points for Versailles.
Well, like you were saying, they kept her out the third quarter.
To bring her into this, yep. Here is Hirschfeld with the ball. 5:20 left to go. Nelson all by herself. 3-ball, good. Talked about it before. They're double teaming and working that paint too tight. The outside shot is going to be open.
Yep.
New Bremen's been fortunate enough to knock down a couple of them, and now the lead back to 3 again. Here's Litton. Far side elbow jumper there for Stammen is short. Ball on the floor. Picked up momentarily by New Bremen and ripped away by Stammen. Shot short. And then on the floor again, a lot of action underneath that bucket. It's going to come back out top to Versailles. Litton ends up with it for a 3, no good. Bergman there for the rebound, no good. Back up and finally scoring is number 4, Sarah Stammen. So at least 4 different opportunities there for Versailles. Not a clean defensive possession, if you will, for New Bremen. Here is Hirschfeld trying to get it inside to Rindler. Back out top to Stammen. Hirschfeld picks up her dribble inside to Rindler. Rindler needs to look to the bucket there. She's tried to go around, and a good pick there by number 30, Heidi Stammen. Rindler able to get it back, but across the half-court line. So that will be a backcourt violation against New Bremen.
Good defense. Just unfortunate that the only person open was on the other side of the half-court line.
At the 4:12 mark, Coach Timmerman going to put Homan back in the ball game with her 2 fouls. Mary Rindler will check out. As it looks like New Bremen is going to drop into kind of a matchup 2-3 zone. Probably an effort to, or maybe they're just lined up that way because the way that the Versailles is standing, but it kind of looks like a zone.
It does.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to stay in, I think, to keep to try and keep Homan out of foul trouble. Now you just got to watch the shooters because there's a handful of them out there for Versailles that can definitely knock down that 3-ball. That's one way to do it. Turnover by Versailles, picked up by Hirschfeld. Back out top to Nelson. Burden, Nelson open, hesitated, got to Burden instead. 3-ball in and out. Rebound right there, Nelson. Again, a lot of contact both ways.
Yeah.
Like going in for a rebound, you see somebody about to get pushed to the floor and nothing called. Here's Hirschfeld down the lane, kicks it out. Ferks lets it fly for 3, no good. And Litton gathers the rebound. Coach White telling her to pump the brakes and walk it across. 3:15 left to go in the first half. 15-10, Versailles on top.
See if Tigers try to get it down low and go right at Homan.
Swing it back out top. Boy, if I'm New Bremen's coach, I'm almost backing up, letting them hold the ball. I mean, it's only a 5-point game. It's not, it's not a 10-point lead or nothing. It's kind of odd to pull the ball out here and run clock. 2:50 to go in the first half. Litton picked up by Hirschfeld. Now over to Osborne. And especially in the situation with Homan being in foul trouble. If you're Coach Timmerman, you're not all opposed to letting some time run out, I'm sure, just because you don't want her to get any fouls. So Litton back out top. Wagner. Litton popping the 3, deep shot, no good. Rebound Ferks for New Bremen. And you could hear Coach Timmerman seen that play before and was telling his players where to be on that shot. Knew Litton was getting ready to put one up. Hirschfeld down in the lane, gets it out top to Ferks. A little careless pass there, goes out of bounds. A lot of not looking to go score. When you're playing defensively with the ball in your hand and not looking to shoot or drive, the defense will pick up on it real quick, especially an aggressive defense like Versailles.
I don't think Hirschfeld wants his look for a shot. And
teams pick that up real quick. I'm sure it's already in the scouting report, first of all, and then on top of it, when you're playing, Bergman was white hot in that first game, and she continues. Buries the 3 Well, her shooting percentage has to be close to 75% tonight because she did not miss but 1 or 2 shots in the JV game and just nailed one there as Nelson goes in the lane. Hirschfeld kick out. Ferks 3-ball on the way, off the mark. Home in there for
There's
the board.
a nice rebound.
Goes up with an easy 2. Much needed basket there by New Bremen. A quick timeout taken by Coach Timmerman. We'll take a short break as well. Versailles 18, New Bremen 12. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
1:17 remaining here in the first half. Versailles on top, 18-12. Litton to walk it across for the Tigers. Again, pulling it out top. Content with running, I would say, a minute off here easily to get the last shot if possible. Trying to get inside to Bergman. Almost stolen and now is stolen by Ferks. Ferks has Nelson up ahead, skips it over to her down the lane and can't get it to go.
Oh.
And a travel called. Boy, I'm not going to lie, I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah,
In this day and age of travel calls, that was not that bad of a...
No. I wouldn't have called that one.
No, I was a little surprised to see the whistle on that one. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. There's Bergman, tosses it over to Stamm at the high post. Swing at far side, Litton open for 3, off the mark. Rebound wide open, nobody boxing out Stamm, and she gets the easy 2.
She's got 4 all here in the second quarter.
Big put back there gives the Tigers an 8-point lead with the final 20 seconds of the first half. Hirschfeld back over to Nelson. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Swings it over to Hirschfeld, 8 seconds. And a steal by number 4, that is Stamm, and launched at the half-court mark and the buzzer. 2 quarters in the books. Versailles 20, New Bremen 12. We'll take a little halftime break here and be back to start the third quarter. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to New Bremen. We are at halftime with the Versailles Tigers on top 20-12 here with our first half stats. Mr. Craig Lauf.
All right, looking at Versailles Tigers, of their 20 points, Katie Litton led their way with 5. Heidi Stamm had 4. Jenna Dirksen had 4. Brooke Bergman off the bench hit a 3. Taylor Wagner had 2, and Allison Schwartz had 2 for their 20. From the field, they were 7 of 13 from 2 for 54%. 2 of 9 from 3 for 22%. Overall, 9 of 22 from the field for 41%. They were 0 of 2 from the free throw line. For the New Bremen Cardinals, they were led in scoring by Marina Nelson with 6, Chloe Homan with 4, and Michaela Ferks with 2 to give them their 12. Shooting-wise, they were 3 of 8 from 2 for 38%, 2 of 10 from 3 for 20%. Overall, 5 of 18 for 28%. They were 0 of 3 from the line. Looking at rebounds, Versailles had 15 rebounds. New Bremen had 11. And on the turnovers, New Bremen had 12 turnovers, and Versailles had 9. 20-12, Versailles on top of New Bremen a half.
Before we get started here with our second half, I'd like to quickly thank our sponsors: Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Sweeterman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Jeep Dodge, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Thanks again to all those great sponsors as we get started here with the second half. Versailles will start with the ball. Bremen looks like they're staying in the zone as Schwartz checks back in. Had a break in the first half with her couple of fouls, and she turns and scores immediately.
She's got 4 now.
First with the ball, picked up out top, drives down the lane, can't get the shot to go. Good, hard, aggressive move, and good defense by Dirksen. Good pass ahead to Taylor, and that shot up and in. That's Taylor Wagner with the score. So back-to-back buckets by Versailles quickly extends their lead to 12.
Almost stolen there.
Passed over to Holman, picked up by Wagner. Dirksen, a lot of contact there as Dirksen will draw the foul.
That'll be her third.
She will be checked out. That'll bring in number 4, Ferris Dahman. 7:06 left to go in the third quarter. Dirksen with the ball. I'm not sure New Bremen thought she had it right away. Still looking and doesn't get it in time. I would say that was even a generous 5 seconds.
Yeah. Just not much movement there on that out-of-bounds play.
I don't think the team knew that the ball was handed to Mia Hirschfeld and got a late start there moving their action. But regardless, still got to get it in.
Yep.
Versailles swings it around. This is Litton. New Bremen in that zone they finished the half with to try to keep Holman out of foul trouble. Problem is you got a couple shooters like Litton that you definitely want to be aware of. Skipped across the top to... And I was about to say if Grace Osborne doesn't get called for a travel there, then that one in the first half was grossly mistreated, but she did.
That was an extra step, Euro step.
Hey, you know what they say? If they don't call it, then you might as well try it. So Hirschfeld quickly double teamed and steps out of bounds. So ball turnover. It back to Versailles.
Exactly what we were talking about off the air. They're collapsing down on her because Firks was wide open.
Yeah, if you're not going to be aggressive with the ball, defenses are going to know. And you don't have to shoot. You just have to act like you're going to shoot.
Yep.
Get yourself in that position because teams are too good, and this Versailles team is very active. Shot there by Litton missed, and hopefully Schwartz okay there. She falls over a player on the court. And falling down also there was number 23, Litton. Seems to be okay. She was called for the travel. Abby Burden will check back in for New Bremen. Cardinals looking to get on the scoreboard here in the second half. Versailles came out and scored 2 quick buckets to extend their lead to 12. They were up by 8 at the half. Here is Mary Rindler, high post area to Homan. Over to Burden, thought about the 3. Looking for somewhere to go, gets it to Nelson. Back out top to Firks. Firks looking for some room inside. Ball fake off the glass, shot no good. Good strong rebound, Schwartz for Versailles. Litton back the other way, pops at the 15-footer, knocks it down. Nice smooth stroke, she'll be hitting that one all night.
Yep, she's got 7 now.
Firks far side to Homan, open for 3, passed on it. Back to Firks. Nelson. Homan open for 3, will let it fly, short. Marina Nelson there for the rebound for a moment, scooped away by Schwartz. Versailles being the aggressor here in the second half.
No.
Head to Schwartz, or sorry, Wagner almost gets it to go. Schwartz with the rebound. Litton thought about the three, drives the lane, tough angle. Shot rebounded by Homan for New Bremen. Back out top, Nelson ball fake, down the lane, loses the handle but draws the foul.
They're going to get Litton on that one. That's her first.
Are you sure?
I think that's where I messed up in the first quarter, or first half, I should say.
I thought the scoreboard was wrong personally, but we'll give it to them on this one.
Yeah. Scoreboard's never wrong.
Burden double teamed inside, looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Hirschfeld, who just checked back in. Homan. Nelson passed on the three again. You got to be ready to shoot. They're doubling a lot of people, which are leaving other offensive people open. The Cardinals just not ready to put the shot up. Homan drops her shoulder, shot off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, pulls it away. Out top, Nelson ready to load that time. Shot and good. Three from Nelson. Coach Timmerman calls a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Versailles 26, New Bremen 15. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Welcome back to New Bremen. I'd like to remind everyone NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 151 on December 15th at 6 p.m. and on Channel 3 and Channel 503 on December 28th at 2 p.m. and December 29th at 2 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com. Back to live action here, 26-15 Versailles. Pass in, Stammen. Litton passed on the three, back out top to number 30, Heidi Stammen. Swinging around to Sarah Stammen. Drives down the lane with a scoop, can't get the bucket to fall, and it'll go New Bremen way. Full court pressure again coming by Versailles. Homan wide open on the inbounds.
There's a trap. Oh,
good pass into
wide
Hirschfeld.
open.
Had Rindler up court, didn't see her again, not looking to score. Ball come back out top. Rindler down the lane, kicks it out to Burden, and an extra step taken there by Rindler on the pass, turns it over.
15 turnovers now for the Cardinals. Yeah, Rindler was wide open down there underneath, and dribble with your head up so you can see.
Right. Defense definitely makes you go a little faster. In that case, you wanted to go fast, like you said, with your eyes up. Good pass inside to Wagner for Versailles. Back out top. Stammen thought about the three. Good hands, Hirschfeld. Tipped over to Litton. Stammen to Stammen. Back out top to Litton. Far side, Sarah Stammen. Drives the baseline and draws the foul.
They can get Rindler or Homan?
I believe Rindler, number 20.
Yep. It's her first, team first of the third quarter.
Michaela Firks will check in for New Bremen, number 23. Guarding up against Schwartz. That's a tough matchup underneath.
Wow.
Those two are really going at it. Litton now with the ball, trying to get it inside to Swartz. They swing it around to Wagner. Litton, Stammen. 2:30 left to go in quarter number 3. Far side out top, Sarah Stammen. Litton again. It's a tough place to play a zone. I'm not saying it's the wrong defense right now because New Bremen trying to keep home. And when you're trailing by 11, now 14 as Litton hits that 3. It's tough to sit back in that and let him chew clock.
Yep.
And that's the hard part.
She's in double figures now with 10.
Ferks hands it off to Homan. Back out to Nelson. Burton drives down the lane. Ferks open for 3. Shot up and good. Big answer there for Michaela Ferks. Lead back at 11 on our First National Bank scoreboard. 29 Versailles, 18 New Bremen.
Ferks now with 5 points.
Over the top, Sarah Stammen. Sorry, that was Heidi Stammen, now to Sarah Stammen. This is Litton. Patiently throws it across court. Sarah Stammen had the runner, missed it. Homan with the rebound, pushes it ahead to Hirschfeld. Cross-court pass to Ferks, and a lot of traffic. Takes it up strong and draws the foul. I think Ferks had 3 people on her there and still able to get the shot up.
Katie Litton, that's her second, team third of the third quarter.
Free throw from Ferks, rolls off the front iron.
0 for 4.
Host of substitutions for Versailles. Dirksen, number 5, number 22, Bergman. Number 13, Grace Osborne. Checking back in for New Bremen was number 20, Mary Rindler. So on the court for the Cardinals, you have Hirschfeld, Ferks, Rindler, Homan, and Nelson. And I'll get you a quick recap of Versailles here in a minute as Grace Osborne tries to take it the distance. Can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound is Wagner with Homan. So on the court for Versailles, number 5, Dirksen, number 25, Wagner, number 22, Bergman, number 23, Litton, and number 13, Grace Osborne.
Oh.
Triggered into Bergman, hesitated for a second, and Bremen lucky to get out of there with a missed shot. So you had an opportunity. Nelson over to Hirschfeld, back out top to Homan. Swing it over to Nelson. 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Ball tipped away, scooped up by Homan, over to Ferks. Back to Nelson. Spin move in the lane, kick out to Ferks, gathers, shoots, and hits. Big gather there by Michaela Ferks and knocks down a big 3, an 8-point ball game.
That's her second one of the third quarter. She's got 8 points total now.
I didn't think she was going to make that one. That's a tough regather, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ball was kind of mishandled to her. She scooped it up and let it fly. Versailles looking to answer. Bergman over to Osborne, high post area. Dirksen shot short and knocks out of bounds, I believe, off of Hirschfeld. Good effort there by Bergman to save it for Versailles.
Be an offensive rebound for the Tigers.
That's a tough one. It's right there on the baseline. You want to go grab it, but it's like, what's going to go out? And then Bergman came out of nowhere to save it. So Versailles, another opportunity. Toss it up to Dirksen, who's guarded by Nelson. Runner in the lane. Shot is good. Nice little runner, Jenna Dirksen. It's the bucket and the foul.
Nelson's first, team second. Dirksen, 89% free throw shooter.
Free throw up and good, so that's a big answer to New Bremen's 3. Brings the lead back to 10. 2 seconds to go in the quarter. Homan just gets it off, in and out. And third quarter in the books. Versailles 32, New Bremen 21. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to New Bremen as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Big couple possessions came down the end there. New Bremen looking to cut into that lead a little bit, and Versailles able to answer with a three-point play by Jenna Dirksen right before the end of the quarter.
That was a big bucket for the Tigers. Just quick look at the shooting. Versailles is now 14 of 35 from the floor for 40%. New Bremen is 8 of 27 for 30%.
Nelson doubled right off the out of bounds. Homan able to collect it back out top to Nelson. And ball still tipped around and covered up there by Litton, and a timeout taken by Versailles. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's action. Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Sweeterman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. I'd like to also remind everyone that the player of the game is sponsored by NK Telco, and Craig and I will name a player of the game, at the conclusion of this game. I'd also like to thank our mid and post-game stats sponsor, Grand Lake Health Systems. So back to live action. Versailles with the ball and an 11-point lead. About 20 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Cardinals back now in a man-to-man.
And a rebound there by Homan off the Schwartz miss. And quickly ahead to Hirschfeld. Pass cross court, tipped away at the last second by Osborne. Good effort there by the Versailles guard.
There she had her head up. She saw it.
Yep, for sure. Hirschfeld the trigger. Cross court to Nelson. Open in the corner and a deflection by Osborne, as Hirschfeld is now doubled on the far baseline. I believe we're going to have a Cardinal timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
7:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. Versailles up by 11. Quick entry there into Homan.
Nice.
Powers it up and scores.
Good strength there by Chloe Homan.
Back the other way. Versailles looking to get inside to Wagner. Homan defending well underneath. They're going to run her across the other side. Going over the top. Good catch. And might have taken a little step there. As that gathered and scored by Wagner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nelson back the other way. Ball deflected and stolen by Wente. Good pass inside Litton, up for two.
Litton now with 12.
Far side, Homan. Back out top to Ferks. Out top to Hirschfeld, back over to Nelson. Lost it for the moment. And Homan down on the floor again, coming up with the ball, but Wagner too close to the half-court line there, will turn it over. 6:12 remaining in the ball game. New Bremen now trailing by 13. Versailles coming with a double team almost every possession when Nelson has the ball, especially off the out of bounds play. That one deflected and stolen. Here comes Wente. Good pass inside to home. I'm sorry, that's
Osborne.
Osborne, thank you. That was Dirksen with the pass, not Wente, sorry. So a 15-point lead now for Versailles. Firks down the lane, dumps it off to Rindler, and she'll get the bucket and the foul.
33. Schwartz, that's her.
That's a lot of threes.
Yes, it is.
Number 33, foul 3, timeouts left 3. That's a lot of threes going across that scoreboard. Couple substitutions. Versailles, number 4, Stammen checks in. Also number 3, Molly Phelan checks in. And I believe that's it. As the free throw is good.
Cardinals now
Rindler.
1 of 6 from the free throw line.
Definitely not a stat you want if you're Coach Timmerman. Good double team wall up there by New Bremen. Back the other way and an interception by Litton. That was an easy pick. Good read by the sophomore. She'll pull up from that elbow jumper and knock it down. Nice in-control jump shot there made by the sophomore.
She read her eyes the whole way when she intercepted that pass, just like a defensive back.
Looking for the back cut there was Firks and Hirschfeld. A little miscommunication, goes out of bounds.
Cardinals with 6 turnovers already here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a lot of that due to the aggressive Versailles defense.
Very
for sure.
aggressive.
Litton walks it across, just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Versailles in control here now with a 14-point lead.
That aggressive defense, that's something you really can't practice in practice, or simulate in practice, I should say.
Down the lane is Dirksen, shot off the mark. And she'll draw the foul. Dirksen to the free throw line. She'll get 2. First one is good. Number 32, Abby Burden, will check in for New Bremen. Second one by Dirksen is good as well.
Nice form. Good shot. This is the largest lead of the game for Tigers. 16 points.
Burden, good entry into home and inside up in the finish. Nice offensive set there for New Bremen. Quickly back the other way for Versailles, looking to get it inside to Wagner. She's quickly doubled. Out top to Stammen. Hands it off to Wagner, goes up strong home and does a nice job not fouling. And pulling away from the pile is Firks with the ball. As Wagner a little slow to get up, hopefully she's okay. So Wagner able to get up and walk off on her own. Hopefully nothing too serious. So 4:12 left to go in the ball game. Cardinals with the ball, trailing by 14.
Looks like her knee.
I wanted a knee knock because she was kind of grabbing at her knee, like you said, but didn't see it. You know, it's always tough in there in the paint. A lot of activity, and especially tonight, they've been both sides very physical.
Oh, yeah.
Some good, strong play. Stammen swings it across to Phelan. Inside pass, Schwartz goes up over Homan. Shot no good. Rebound, Chloe Homan. And a foul called there against number 4, Sarah Stammen.
It's her first.
Couple substitutions. Number 20, Mary Rindler back in for New Bremen, and also number 23, Michaela Firks. Number 30, Heidi Stammen in for Versailles.
Oh.
A lot of traffic down there for that cut. Tough play.
Yeah, it was.
Good defensive recovery there by Versailles. 3:15 left to go in our ball game. Swartz at the foul line. Looking for a cut from...
I was going to say, I was going to get close to 5.
And a 5-second count called there. Good New Bremen defense gets the turnover. Number 44, Jenna Heitkamp checks in for Versailles.
Tigers now with 15 overall turnovers.
Nelson swings it over to Firks. Inside, Homan, nice spin move off the glass and in.
That's a nice shot.
Chloe Homan now up to 10. And a turnover there picked up by Rindler for the moment. Still loose on the floor. Hirschfeld trying to clear the pile, wasn't able to do it. So jump ball gives it back to Versailles. Number 23, Litton, will check back in, and also number 5, Dirksen. Bremen tries a double team, and it works as Firks gets the overpass, takes it the distance, and scores. And a nice aggressive play there from Coach Timmerman. A lead back to 10, but time not on the Cardinal side, 2:25 to go.
Quickly, though, they've cut it from 16 to 10, so.
For sure. Litton juggled the ball there for a minute, hits the back cut on Osborne, and she runs into a wall, but Versailles fortunate to get that one back. Swing it back out top to Litton. Swings it far side. Heitkamp with the ball. Timeout taken by Versailles. We'll take a break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
1:59 left to go in the ball game. Versailles on top, 42-32 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Cardinals make a nice little run here down the stretch, but a great pass inside by Litton to number 30, Heidi Stammen, for the easy 2.
Stammen now with 6.
Homan lets it fly from 3 and hits. So again, good answer by New Bremen, still trailing though by 9. Coming with that double again here against Litton. Trying to get the ball out of her hands. They finally do. Dirksen now has it. Stammen. Nice drive down the lane, but blocked by Homan. And we're going to have an over-the-back call against 33 Swartz. So that will walk us the other, not walk us to the other end, sorry. We'll go to the other end with the Bremen possession. Just the 3rd team foul against Versailles.
Schwartz now with 4 fouls.
I wasn't sure if anybody was going out there for a minute. I'm like, Versailles has 6 people in the court. So minute 22 to go. New Bremen down by 9. Push it over to Rindler. Other side, Firks. Got to get a shot up way quicker. And deflected and stolen.
Bounce pass.
Like Firks was trying to take a foul there, and the official didn't call it, and now finally gets it. It's
her 3rd, team 2nd.
1 minute to go here in the fourth. Pass it out deep to Litton. Bremen again trying to double. And
no help, no help.
Osborne misses the bunny. Rindler able to come away with the rebound for New Bremen. Over to Nelson Homan. She'll let it fly from three again, in and out. And Litton comes away with the board for Versailles.
They get Hirschfeld.
Yep, Hirschfeld.
Yep.
So 3 team fouls now against New Bremen. 3 also against Versailles. 42 seconds to go. Cardinals still trailing by 9.
Near the quarter, we haven't gotten at that magical 5 yet.
Yep. We talked about that maybe it was 2 weeks ago, that it's either going to make the game a lot more physical, which is what I think is happening on a regular basis because nobody wants to get into free throws that quick, or you're going to shoot free throws a lot more.
Yeah.
And this has been a pretty good officiated game, I would say, but at the same time, it's been very physical.
Yes, it has.
Bodies on the floor multiple times. 3 ball off the mark by Homan, tipped away by Osborne for Versailles. 10 seconds left to go in the game, and Versailles going to come out on top of this one. A good, hard-fought game both ways as the final seconds run off the clock. And the Versailles Tigers victorious over New Bremen, 46-35. I'll give Craig a few minutes here to go over our stats. While he's doing that, again, I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's action. Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Sweeterman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, WCSM Radio. Also like to thank our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, our Keys of the Game sponsor, Precision Strip. Our Keys of the Game sponsor, Keyhole Pizza, our timeout sponsor, Precision Strip, and our Player of the Game sponsor, NK Telco. I'd like to remind everyone that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on channel 151 on December 15th at 6 p.m. and on channel 3 or 503 on December 28th at 2 p.m. and December 29th at 2 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So scoring for tonight's game went like this. After quarter number 1, Versailles was on top 10-7. They extended their lead a little bit going into halftime with a big 3 right before the half ended to make it 20-12. They then went up a little bit more to finish the third quarter. The score was 32-21. And the final score here tonight from New Bremen, Versailles 46, and the New Bremen Cardinals 35.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times, are our most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
So again, congratulations to Versailles and Coach Tracy White with the win. They will go to 3-1 on the season. And with the loss, the New Bremen Cardinals will drop to 2-3 under Coach Andy Timmerman. And here with our post-game wrap-up, here is Mr. Craig Luff.
All right, for the Versailles Tigers, who raised their record to 3-1 overall, 2-1 in the MAC. They were led in scoring by sophomore Katie Linton, who had 14. Jenna Dirksen had 9. Taylor Wagner had 6. Heidi Stammen had 6. And Allison Schwartz had 6. Brooke Bergman had 3. And Grace Osborne had 2 for their 46. From the field, they were 17 of 37 from 2 for 46%. 3 of 10 from beyond the arc for 30%. Overall, 20 for 47 for 43%. From the line, there were 3 of 5 for 60%. For the New Bremen Cardinals, whose record falls to 2-3, they are now 1-1 in the MAC. They were led in scoring by senior Chloe Homan, who had 13. She had 9 of those in the fourth quarter. Michaela Ferks hit double figures with 10. Marina Nelson had 3 threes for 9, and Mary Rindler had a 3-point play for their 35. Shooting-wise, they were 14 of 32 overall for 44%, 8 of 18 from 2, and 6 of 19 from beyond the arc, and they were 1 of 6 from the free throw line for 17%. Looking at rebounding, the rebound battle was won by Versailles, 28-20, and in the turnover category, New Bremen had 24 turnovers, and Versailles had 17. So 46-35, Versailles with the win.
Yeah, definitely Versailles' defense took New Bremen out of the comfort zone, we'll call it, throughout that game. But, you know, it's interesting how when the game gets sped up a little bit and a little more urgency, like towards the end of that ball game, and you saw New Bremen's offense starting to attack the way you would really like to see it attack.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They knew time was running out. Well, maybe they should play more like that,
yep.
like when they're desperate to score, because their defense isn't the issue. Not that it's an issue. It's not an issue, but their defense is very solid. But if they can move that offense on a little bit farther, I think it will as the year goes on. But a very good ball game here throughout. Again, congratulations to Versailles. Before we get done here tonight, we'll talk about our player of the game, sponsored by NK Telco. And tonight, that's going to go to number 30, Chloe Homan of New Bremen.
Yep, she had ended up with 13 points, and I mentioned 9 points there in the fourth quarter. And if Bremen could get a little bit more aggressive like that on the offensive end, yeah, they could go far.
So, again, congratulations to Versailles. And Bremen drops to 2-3 on the year. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I'd like to thank my partner, Craig Louth. My name is Greg Burning. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening.